Greetings from the scenic Capitol campus in Olympia. I'm Luanne Van Werven, your state representative from Whatcom County's beautiful 42nd Legislative District. It is an honor and a privilege to represent you in Olympia. I welcome you to visit if you have not already had that opportunity. I always love to meet with Whatcom County folks. Here you will see the architecture and surroundings are rich in history. It's hard to appreciate everything that goes on into our legislative political process until you have had a first-hand look around the campus. You would be pleased to know that Republicans and Democrats down here really do work together. We have common ground on many issues, and this cooperation is reflected in my bills. One of them, House Bill 2623, this session deals with elections. It eliminates recounts on non-binding advisory measures and is supported by members of both parties and our local county auditors. It has the potential to save the state money, and I'm always happy to reduce the burden on our hard-working taxpayers. That is why you sent me here, and I want you to know it's a priority. This session, there's also a strong bipartisan effort to address college affordability. Last year, led by Senate Republicans, historic cuts were made in tuition, but more needs to be done. The price tag of a college education has grown to become a financial hardship for many students and their families. Unfortunately, many students are left with a choice between a financial debt that will take them decades to pay off, or they may avoid going to college altogether. Lowering tuition is a big step in reducing higher education costs. However, the cost of living for our college students, as well as education-related costs, remains high. Textbooks and materials also continue to increase in price. As a member of the House Higher Education Committee, on the Republican side, we have introduced 3 pieces of legislation this session that reduce costs associated with textbooks and course materials. Under my bill, House Bill 2796, students would have the costs of required course materials available to them during registration. I have heard from many students around the state about the high costs of textbooks and materials. This measure would provide some transparency for textbook costs by allowing students to know the full price of a course selection by knowing the textbook costs before they register. My bill also has received strong bipartisan support. Students need financial relief. This transparency measure is a good start to making college more affordable to students. And we are hopeful we can pass textbook and material cost reductions this year. It is imperative we continue to work on college affordability as higher education provides our young people with opportunities. And it's a contributing factor to our quality of life and a stronger economy. We cannot allow affordability or lack of to be a detriment to those who want to attend college. And speaking of the future and students, I would like to introduce you to my page today. This is Marshall Kirk, and I have known Marshall for several years, and I am thrilled that he is in Olympia this week. Marshall, how are you enjoying your time in Olympia?
Great. I really like being here.
That's great. And what about your future? What do you think you want to do when you, after you're done with school?
Well, I'd probably like to be a math teacher because I really enjoy math, but if that wouldn't work, possibly a farmer.
Oh, and what's your favorite part about being a page this week?
Well, learning about the politics and kind of learning from the inside about how they work.
Yes, that's important. Well, I hope Marshall will be a future elected official that may represent our area. Thank you for joining me, Marshall, and thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this update from Olympia.